The following is a video documentary of the 2002 Score QBC Materials Jim Kelly Untouched. And this is a swatch of fabric from Uniform. And this was done with Score and Sports Collectors Digest together in a joint venture. And it's not your typical graded card. It's just an issue that is encapsulated, but nonetheless does map back to the specific entity, which we will get on record with this video. The capsule itself very strong. I mean, there's not a whole lot that we're going to be able to see that's going to give it specific characteristics, but let's go through it and we'll document what we do see. This was a card that was not kept in a plastic sleeve, so you're going to see some scratching on it. We go along the top perimeter. You see that the flip itself is the SCD flip is a foil with black lettering and the logo, the red logo, and so on. You will see occasionally some darkening right here. You see some bubbles underneath from the weld point from the slabs themselves. During the process, that sometimes does trap some oxygen, some bubbles, and that's what you see there. So that's a good forensic indicator for this holder. You see along the edge is very strong. We go down the side here. We see a little something there. I'm not sure. I think that's probably just a connector point. Nothing really noteworthy, I don't think. What we do see here is, if you look at the holder, you do see a little bit of what looks like an accumulation of oxygen in there. Sort of a cloudiness inside the holder. I see some more bubbles, some fiber. Okay, and then we see the card itself. Very important indicator here. The card does have a white chip on the upper right-hand corner in the orange colored area. It's traversed downward. Along the right-hand perimeter, you do see a little bit. That could be just an external accumulation of soil. Not too sure. It does not look like an internally trapped mass. You do see some trappings on the inside there in the middle. Okay, those are good indicators. As we traverse down the side of the card and the holder, we will also get to the bottom portion. There's a trapped fiber also in the holder. The corner itself is strong. There's really nothing there. There's a fiber trapped in the holder, as you can see on the orange side. Okay, and there's probably a few bubbles that are trapped in there. You also see the darkening there on the right-hand side. Okay, and then we traverse the bottom. You'll see some more trapped bubbles. Again, you're going to see this on a lot of the cards, but these specifically trapped, bubble patterns will be part of this card. You see the SCD logo, which is very, very small on the holder itself, and you also see the mold break at the very bottom. That's really nothing of note. It's just when they break the holder out of the mold. There's a trapped piece of soil or something very in the middle there, in the very low portion of the card. Okay, the corner is strong, unmarked. This is a white corner. It looks very strong. There's really nothing there that's of any forensic standout. And there's a fiber trapped underneath. You can see that underneath the white card. Go a little further up along the perimeter. Okay, you don't see anything of tremendous value here that we could, map back forensically. I do see a small fiber behind the white upper left-hand corner. You see that black fiber. Just something to take note of. Those things can move around in the capsule once the capsule becomes in circulation, so it may not always be in that exact same position. Let's look at the card surface itself. Okay, it looks in very good condition. Obviously, it never really saw the light of day. There's a fiber at the very top of the card. It's an orange. You see a blue fiber, and you see what looks like an orange fiber. In production like this, where you have a swatch of fabric that's in there, you can expect to see fibers the color of the fabric. They are going to escape. There's nothing you can do about that. As part of the movement of the card, the production itself. You'll see there is a lot of surface scratching. This card was not protected in a flexible sleeve. You do see something right there. I did want to make note of this. I think this is on the outside of the card, but right there in the middle of the screen, you'll see that there's a little dull spot. It seems to also map right over the edge of the card, which does seem to have a little bit of a slight dog ear. That is a perfectly lined up forensic indicator for the matching of the card with the capsule. And then you see, as you go down, look at the card, it's got a nice, really nice gloss to it, some nice colors. The scratches you see, again, are surface to the capsule. They're not part of the card itself. This card probably never saw the light of day other from the processing right into the slab. And there's the swatch of fabric itself. As you can see, it looks very different underneath the microscope. And you see a couple, again, you're going to see this in production like this, a couple of blue fibers. You expect to see that. But that is trapped in there. Those could move around as the card is in transit, but they do exist inside the capsule. Okay, there's some more, a few more. And that's basically it. So you have some really nice forensic indicators for this card. There's a red fiber there in the middle of the screen as well. So this concludes the video documentary for this card.